Whatever you do, don't throw those tins away. From cute summery little cutlery holders, or an antiqued bird pot for your brushes, or even a storage jar cascading in flowers for your kitchen utensils. So whatever you do, don't throw those tins away. Simply clean and give them a good sand and start painting your first layer. This was an old tin and it was a bit thick, but that's okay as it'll add to the look later. Put the first coat on as you normally would, and then when dry and applying the second coat, stipple it or move the paint around when it's drying, and that gives you some texture. Then apply the top coat of paint. Use a light colour because you're going to be using a serviette on these for decoupage, so you need it to be quite light to show the pattern. And then when they're all done and dried, you just sand them down to show that underneath colour coming through. And then you're on to the pretty bit. Decant a little bit of the finishing coat into a small bowl and decide on which napkin you're going to use. For my first tin, I chose these lovely antique looking birds and made sure that they would fit all the way around the tin. That was lucky. I used a tiny bit of finishing coat on my fingers to separate the napkins because you only want to use the top of the 3-ply napkin. I positioned it on the crease of the tin, dipped a washing up sponge in some finishing coat, and you simply just press the finishing coat through the napkin onto the tin. And then just keep going all the way round. You can go quite hard on this and push it through, and it does stop the wrinkles if you do that. And then with some fine sandpaper, just literally sand at the bottom, and that will pull off the excess paper. And then leave that to dry and get on with the next one. For the next ones, I chose a bright summery strawberry pattern. Where the napkin begins and ends, hold the sponge firmly on the tin and gently pull the paper away. I decided to make a pair of these because they were so cute, and thought it rude not to do a wall paint tin as well. I also thought, to stop them looking too paint tinny, I would fill in the edges with some polyfiller, and it really did make a difference. Another layer of finishing coat rubbed on with a sponge, dried and then sanded again before applying a final coat of finishing coat. It's worth doing this process of sanding and finishing because it gives a really smooth professional finish. And then I couldn't help but add a little bit of bling. So my favourite is browning wax gorgeous gold to make a gilding rub, which you can apply with your finger or a brush, whichever suits you, but it definitely finishes it off nicely. So don't throw those tins away, make something lovely for your home or as a gift, and I'd love to see what you do with your empty tins.